Alright guys, what's up? Resurrect here. I'm going to do another video for you guys. I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to set up OBS for streaming on Twitch. I've had quite a few people ask me how to do this. Quite a few friends ask me how to do this as well. So I'm going to give you a quick overview. First thing you need to do is go to Google and download OBS. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. Just type in OBS Studios and it should pop up. You want to click on the download, and I would recommend getting the studio version, and then you would download open source or the OBS browser source, and this will help you for add-ons later on when you are when you actually get into really big streaming. This helps with Twitch alerts and any kind of trackers that you have on your stream, like I do. Now, once you download that and install that, you'll have this pop up. Now the first thing you want to do is you need to go through your settings. So let's go to settings and let's go through each tab very slowly and detailed so you guys know what's going on. So go to stream. This is where you want to pick Twitch, and New York is my closest server, so whichever closest server you are, wherever you are in the world. Then your stream key, you will get that off of twitch.tv. I would assume that you know how to do this. I will show you very quickly on how to do that. So you would go to twitch.tv, and then you would go to your dashboard, and then you would go to stream key right here. And then you hit show key, and then I understand, and it will pop up. For security reasons, I'm not going to show you mine. Don't want you streaming on my stream. So you go ahead and paste that in, and then that should be all you need to set up on this tab. Now your output, this is more importantly, you want to go under your output mode and go to advanced. Go to streaming. Your encoder will be the X264. Leave that as default. Now your rescale output, if you are not partnered, and like I said, if you are not partnered, you want to do 1280 by 720. Your viewers cannot. They will have to download the 1080p stream, and it's to get more viewers and to have your viewers see without buffering and downloading so much. You want to just downscale it to 720. Your stream quality can't really show much of a difference between 1080 and 720 for Twitch reasons, and if you're not partnered, it's not really going to help you too much. Bitrate, same thing applies to there. You want to go to speedtest.net, see what your upload speed is, and you want to normally do around half of what your upload speed is. So my upload is around 5 megs, and I do 2 megs download. I could do 25, but you need to understand your viewers are going to need that download. So whatever you set, so say I set 2000 for mine, that'd be 2 meg upload. The viewer would need at least a 2 meg or greater download to watch the video without a buffering. And you need to understand that not everyone in the world has fast internet like you might have or somebody else near you might have. So I would stay in between 1,000 to 2,500. I wouldn't go any further than that. This is based on your upload speed. I can't really tell you what to put on here. I have a 5 meg. I use 2,000. Don't ever go past 3,500. Twitch recommends you not to go past this. If you go past 3,500, you tend to have your viewers buffering the entire time. If they go on a stream and it's constantly buffering and they can't watch it, they're just gonna exit out and go to the next person in line. So just keep that in mind and set it based on what your upload speed is. You want to use CBR. This is a constant bit rate. That way it doesn't fluctuate too much as far as your bit rate, and you won't see as much lag. Your CPU usage needs to be very fast as the default. This is depending on your processor now. So if you have a really strong processor that can handle a lot, I use one computer for streaming. I don't use a dual setup, so you need to understand that if you're playing a game and you're streaming, it's very intensive on your CPU. So you can use it as very fast. I use mine at faster because I have an overclocked CPU, and it's a little bit more of a beefier CPU than most people's. Profile, you want main, tune, and none, and everything else you just leave blank. So, and recording is if you're recording a video with OBS like I'm doing right now, and audio, you kind of just want to leave that the same. Same thing right here. You use audio defaults. You want to change your mic to whatever mic you use. So I just have my own default. That's the headset I'm using. Push to talk if you want to use that. I don't. Now, video. Now, you want your base resolution of whatever your base resolution of your monitor is. So, my base resolution 1920 by 1080, that's your base resolution, and it should automatically change to 1280 by 720 based on what we put here in the output. If not, go ahead and change that to 720. Now, depending on your CPU, once again, your downscale filter, this will drop. It won't let me show you because I'm currently recording, but it will drop down and have three different options. The first one's more basic for your computer and your CPU. It's not that intensive, so you can, but it's blurry when it downscales, and this is for downscaling. So when it goes from 1080 to 720, if you want to keep as much detail as you can in 720, you want to pick the very bottom one, which is the one I have currently selected. The middle one is kind of mediocre, and the top one is it's really good. It's really fast and really good for your CPU, but it kind of loses its detail. Now, common FPS value, there's three different options here. It's actually quite a few, but there's only three different options I'd recommend for you. The 30 FPS is for people that have a really like a not a slower computer, but a really basic computer. You're playing games. Not too many people watch streams any faster than 60 FPS. I wouldn't recommend going 60 FPS unless you're a partner as well. Uh, I would normally set it at 30, or as I have it, I had it set at 48. It's not way up there, but it's a little bit better than 30 FPS. And like I said, this is based on your CPU and your performance of your computer. If your computer can handle it, you have a beefier computer, and you think it can handle it, go ahead and put it at 48. I wouldn't go any further than that. Like I said, 60 FPS is more of a waste. Now, your hotkeys are just whatever you want to change your hotkeys to. And advanced, I really don't want to mess with that too much. I haven't really touched it too much, so I wouldn't mess with that. So that's all your settings you need through each tab. So you go ahead and exit out of that. Now I'm going to show you how to set up a scene really fast. As you see, I have quite a few different scenes. If I click on these, you won't be able to see the recording, but I have my game, which records whatever game I'm playing, my desktop, if I'm showing people my desktop, and then I have a BRB scene or an AFK scene for if I go take a break or I go eat or I go to the bathroom or anything like that, I can just put up my AFK screen. So the first thing you do is you add, and then you call it a scene, and as you see, it's black, so can't really show you too much there. But you click add, and then you add a scene, and it pops up. And then you want to come over to this side, and you click add again, and then you have a list right here of anything that you want to add. Now, if you're using a video game, or if you want to record or stream you playing whatever game you're playing, you would pick Game Capture, and then you would click OK, and then or make source visible, and then you would click OK, and then you want to go into the properties of it. This won't be completely it because this is a little different for the desktop page, but you would have a drop down box, and you want to go into your game. You want to have your game opened, and while you're in the settings tab, you want to tab to your game and tab back out. That way, the OBS will recognize the game that you want it to capture. Then you would go ahead and click OK, and it would pop up on your screen like this. And you want to adjust how big and how small you want your stream to be based on, like I said, your resolution. Desktop page is quite simple, just the same. You just add, and then you would go to window capture or display capture, whichever one you want, and then you would add your display screen up. Now you can add pictures as well, so I can just add image, and I would add my existing image, and this is what's on my screen. And as you can tell, I have this on my screen right here. You can move it around. Move it around. You can put it in the bottom left corner, bottom right, top left, wherever you want. If you wanted a picture of your logo or whatever, I already have one on my screen, so I don't need it anymore. Now you can also, like I said earlier, you can hit browser source. Now this is, you can connect your Twitch alerts, which I have right here, and this is a little bit more advanced streaming, but quick rundown, you can go download Twitch alerts. You need Google Chrome to install it, and you can set up to where if somebody follows you, it will pop up on your screen. So and so has followed. Da 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 da. And I will show you, and then you can include your chat as well. But you need to have the browser source. That's why I told you guys in the very beginning of the video to download that. You need the browser source to enable these. Like this, I can put chat, and it will pop up my chat and Twitch. and then you can just right click this, hit properties, and then this very long code right here you would paste in to get that off of whatever website you're getting the chat box off of, and it will link your chat to the internet chat on Twitch. So, but that's a quick rundown on how to set up your streaming. And once you're done, you can hit start streaming, and you want to make sure that it will pop up in the bottom corner right here, your FPS counter, and you want to make sure you're not dropping any FPS. But that's a quick rundown. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the comment section below. See you guys.